We're live.
Can somebody turn the music off?
Good evening, good evening, good evening, and welcome to another edition of the Ohm Service Live. With him, and him.
Whoa. Back up. That was too sedate.
I'm feeling sedate.
Oh, okay.
Good evening.
I'm feeling. Good evening. Hello. Hello, everybody on Reacher.
Hello, good evening, and welcome.
I'm feeling a little bit. I'm tired, actually. I've just done 6 days straight, so yeah, I'm shattered.
I can relate to that. I got my COVID jag on Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
The first one. Yesterday I was out for the count.
Really?
Aye, yeah.
Well, I'm getting my second one on the 23rd of this month. Now, when I had my first one, it just felt like someone had punched me in the arm. And it was like that for about 2 days. Then after that, it was so like if I touched it, it felt like someone had hit me in the arm. Then after that, we're gone.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, it's still a bit on the tender side at the moment, but it was like toothache in every joint in my left arm, and it throbbed like a bitch.
Mm-hmm.
And I think, to be honest with you, if it wasn't for the case that I'm on strong medication for my arthritis anyway, I think I'd have been climbing the walls. But yeah, it knocked the shit out of me for one day. But all right today, feeling human again.
Well,
today.
they say that if you didn't have an effect on the first one, I'll have an effect on the second one. So
Yeah, and the second one, the second one's supposed to be hellish. Shut up, Jules.
what was that? What she said?
Oh, no.
Just what you said earlier on when I come on.
Let it go.
Let it go.
Yeah, I shaved with an open razor, and a cut throat, and I had a little bit of a boo boo, and it's actually quite deep. And I said, well, I can't go on cast tonight with blood oozing out my face, so I'll get a plaster. And lo and behold, it's only bloody frozen plaster we have in the house for the kids. So I've got Olaf stuck in my face.
That's what she said.
Lucky Olaf. The amount of people you've upset with the second jab comment.
Why?
All I'm reading is, no, I'm due mine.
Well, like I said, I get mine on the 23rd, which is a Friday, I believe. Is it a Friday? Yeah, 23rd's a Friday. So on the 29th, I'll tell you how I felt.
Deed.
Have you had yours?
It fucking hurts. Bitch.
Jan's had her second one, and she felt a bit rough for a couple of days, but she seems to be a lot better now. But I think she's suffering from hay fever as well. So
one of the guys in work's had it, and it floored him for 2 days. His wife was supposed to go and get it, but she was told she couldn't get it because she took a severe reaction to the first one. She came out and they said it was scabies, like a really severe rash.
Mm-hmm.
And when she's to go and get her second one, she's actually going to be admitted into hospital so they can observe her for, I think it's a 12-hour period to see what happens.
Just a quick hello to Lethal. Hello, Chris. He's doing the housework. Don't forget to under the couch. And don't forget to dust on top as well.
Thorough polishing.
Thorough polishing. Have you had yours, BFG?
You what, mate?
Have you had yours?
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, I was flat out.
Yeah, of course you were. Yeah, you were.
Yeah, we had to cancel the show that week.
You were that poorly, we had to cancel.
Leave it. I felt bad enough as it was, but I was fast asleep.
Simon, no, I haven't yet. No, I haven't.
What that?
But just to let you know, we've got the Stormbreakers in. Just thought I'd let you know. They're the parallel versions.
Oh, not the one I've got.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Simon, bless him, has let me have a play with his Rule breaker. That's all the bits in it. So yeah, I've got that to play with. But the one that we've got to work, we've got the brass rule breaker, which is the parallel. They've just come in. Just
Ooh. Right. Well, shall I say hello to those in the participant list?
Yes, why not? Say hello to the
Indeed.
darling, lovely... Before you do, let's hello to everybody on the replay. Hello.
Hi.
Hi. It's always nice to speak to them. I hope you're all right.
Yes.
Yes.
Leave a comment in the bit below. Let us know how you are. We don't get to talk to you often enough, darling.
Yeah, good say. If the people on the replay put some in the comments, we'll give you a shout out next week.
Indeed.
How cool would that be?
Batman.
Tell us how you're doing. So,
Hello, it's me. Feel like shite.
I know we got Andy Summerfield in because he was at the top of the list for ages. Bill Richards.
Fuck Andy Summerfield.
You'd like to what?
No. Because you get tagged in the same post I did. Along with Gailey, Box, Bunny, Jules, and quite a lot of other people. Because I was fucking sitting on the couch going, do.
Yeah.
I didn't say that.
Yeah.
Cock.
Yeah.
Carry on, Stephen.
Bill Richards, good evening. Chris Doyle. Awesome name. Dangling Wang, good evening.
Dangling Wang.
Dangling Wang.
Lucky fucker.
Dawn W, evening, darling. Des Turner. Yes, Huggles. Des Turner, good evening, Des. Dion78, good evening. Essence of Apes, good evening. Gailey Bops.
Goggles to Gailey Bops.
We've got Grumpy Old Ben. Good evening, Ben.
Good evening, sire. Oh, good morning. Is it good morning?
Huggles.
Haribo, Uggles.
Is it morning?
It
no,
will
it's
be.
late, a very, very early morning. The ever gorgeous Jules Mom of Apes. Hello.
Hello. Uggles.
I want decent plasters with Tesco.
Manly plasters, none of this Olaf.
So you got fucking Cindy ones or something like that.
I'm waiting for the Barbie ones to appear, mate.
See, I
Lethal.
told you, I thought it would be 2:40 a.m. in there. In Philippines.
MBK, good evening,
Danny, fist bump.
Mr. Anderson, good
Mr.
evening.
Anderson.
Mr. Anderson.
Nate Jones, good evening. Norse Vapor, we've got Serious Dan, good evening. Simon, that is an awesome looking bit of kit, to be fair, Simon. You sure you want to let him loose with it? Some bloke called SoulOhm. We've got the pea-stained mattress. Timmy.
What?
Yes, good evening.
Where's the what were we on about with pea stain mattress?
We have the pea-stained mattress in the list.
Really? I ain't remember seen that.
Oh, I should have.
Why would you have a name like that?
Why not?
Okay, bit different.
Timmy YTS, Wrangler of Rats. Have you seen the video on his Facebook? The hardest looking rat you've ever seen. Half its back's been torn off.
Yeah, it was massive that.
And this thing sat there like just go on then.
Yeah, think you're hard enough?
You can do about it, yeah.
Kevin.
We have Vapor Bunny.
Uggles!
God, I can't wait to get Uggles. I want an expo or something. We've got Dawn Vaping Pasty. Good evening.
Uggles!
And last but by no means least, the lovely Vapor Queen Becky, who was first in with the hellos. Hello, Huggles. Gav Evans, good evening. He's actually catching us live. He's not on catch up. We've got future Noel. Good evening, Noel. How you doing,
Fist
dude?
bump.
Mr. Johnson is with us. Evening, Boris. Darryl Roch. Good evening. Free Rider Vapor. How you doing, dude?
Vapor.
Net Reality's with us. Interesting stuff from Graham. Couple of very interesting looking juices on the horizon there. Can't wait to have a look at those. Right up my alley, those.
What's them?
Graham's juices.
Oh, yes, the lemon.
Yeah, there's a lemon and there's another one that's, if you go and check out his Facebook, there is another flavour worth having a look at.
What's
Looks
that?
very interesting.
What's that then?
Now you put me on the bleeding spot, haven't you?
Well, yeah.
It is.
It's that good, you can't remember it.
It's got raspberry in it because that's the bit that made me smack my lips. Don't do this. It is Beguile. And if you go and look for Amatorium, the group on Facebook, you can find it. And it's a gourmet powdered donut filled with a generous dollop of thick cream swirled through with raspberry coulis. I'm looking forward to that.
That sounds
I'm a
nice.
sucker
actually.
for a raspberry.
Wait, for us kind of poor punters, what the fuck's raspberry coulis?
This jam donut in it with a bit of cream.
Well, what can you just fucking say that then, Stevie? Fucking
Yeah, but it's not though, is it?
It's
The Kool-Aid's not a jam.
raspberry sauce.
Yeah,
It's blitzed raspberries
yeah.
cooked with a little icing sugar.
Yeah,
Why did all this?
Yeah, but isn't it with ice as well? Actual ice cubes. Don't they put ice cubes in with it as well? I'm sure they do.
No, the coulis just a strained sauce.
I always thought they put ice cubes with it as well. It's like the raw fruit mashed up with ice cubes, slightly of sugar to make it more of a syrup. But you've got the ice that in there to literally freeze it back. And that's why it's a Kool-Aid.
It's a concentrated raspberry sauce.
There we are. It's a jam.
It's like them fucking dolphin nose potatoes.
Dolphin.
What? Dauphinois.
Fucking thing flippers, isn't it?
That's brilliant. Hashtag dolphin nose.
But isn't it dolphin? What would you like? Would you like dolphin nose potatoes? No, I want fucking chips.
Dolphin nose. I love that one. That's awesome.
Big Mooney, good evening. Dan says there's no sugar in it. Donut with ice cubes. Come on now, SoulOhm. Get a damn grip, sir. That's from Boris. Get a grip, sir. Puff pastry, yogurt, and raspberry. Oh, that sounds very nice. Bill says the secret is how I got the donut squashed up enough to get it in that tiny hole at the top of the bottle. Now you're talking, Bill. That's my sort of film. It's concentrated raspberry.
Talking about flavours and things like that, how many people like iced e-liquids? I'm just out of curiosity. I want to know in chat how many people like iced e-liquids.
Gives me a headache.
I don't like them. Basti does. No, sorry, Future Noel does.
No, I think he's just saying
I think
that.
that's Waving's pasta.
Dan, I'm with you, mate. I'm not a big fan of ice. Give me a good custard.
Danny likes them. Chris likes them. Bunny's the same as me. Bunny takes that they give her a headache too.
They make me feel sick after a while.
No.
There's some of them with it depends on the percentage and how much they put in it, I suppose. I mean, some of them you get that little bit a hint of an ice. They're not too bad. It's some of the ones that are fucking really heavily doped up with it. No, I can't take them at all.
No, I can cope with a little bit. You know, so like when I'm testing I can cope with a little bit, but I can't vape it all day long. After about an hour, it just seems to hit me just below my sternum.
Yeah.
And it just literally makes me feel sick.
Quite a lot of people suffer from heartburn with it as well.
See,
He's not a fan, but a touch of it can bring out some flavours. He is right enough there, but it's what was those ones that came out? It was like the Tango, like the orange.
Oh, the Fanta ones.
Yeah, the Fantasy Ice were bloody hell. There was a hell of a lot of ice in them.
See, me personally. I'm just not a fan of menthol, mint, spearmint, ice.
What mint?
Spearmint.
Spearmint.
Spearmint. Spearmint.
See, I can do Black Reloaded, no problem.
Oh God, that's. Oh.
Give me something with heavy icing, forget it. It just.
Black Reloaded's nice if they took out the menthol bit.
See, I like the menthol bit. It's when it's just that ice additive. No.
Ice, baby.
I'm the same as Jules. It sets my asthma off.
Yeah, just don't like it. No.
It's all right, Don. It's only temporary.
What is?
My new tattoo.
I don't know. I think.
Well, what was that black rapper, that black singer? Was it Neil? Is that what you called him? Or Nelly? One of them. He wore a fucking plaster. So if he can get away with it, I can get away with it.
Yeah, I mean, it used to be quite popular for rappers to have a plaster over their eyebrow, didn't they?
Yeah.
I don't know why. Heisenberg, I can't stand Heisenberg.
See, Heisenberg was one of the very first juices I ever tried, and I really liked it, but I vaped it for about 3-4 weeks solid, and then went, oh, do you know what, I can't, no.
Mark H, he's got one there, the AC ones. Jesus Christ. If you like ice, they're Nick salts. I've never had anything so heavily iced. They are ridiculous. Stop shaving in the dark.
Dan, I need to get back to using a safety razor rather than a cutthroat.
No, because you just don't get the same finish, mate.
No, you don't.
Do you know something? I've never had a cutthroat razor. I've never been shaved with a cutthroat either.
I must admit, that's the first time I've actually done that amount of damage. You get a little nick every now and again, but that was tonight. I don't know, I was in a daydream and I was like, oh, and you know yourself, you guys out there, you know yourself when you're shaving, when you know the blade's bitten into the skin, you get that fucking instant sting and you know what you've done. And it was that one, but it must be about an inch long.
Bless you. So do you use a shavette or a proper cutthroat?
Me?
No, Stevie.
He uses cutthroat.
Cutthroat.
See, my shavette is technically classed as a cutthroat, but it's not a fixed blade. It's a replaceable.
Oh, it's a replaceable blade.
Yeah.
It's still classed as a cutthroat. No, the one with the leather strop and all that kind of stuff. No.
That's why I said the shavette.
They banned them in Glasgow years ago.
Well, I mean, the cutthroat is such an art just to keep it sharp, let alone anything else. Diana Abbott only uses cutthroat razors on her tash, apparently. Thank you, Boris. Interesting little tidbit from Westminster there.
Diana Abbott. So, we're all out of lockdown.
Why?
Yeah, we are. I know you're Scotland. I know.
I must admit, I went out on Monday and I did a thing. Drag 3.
Gaily Bops. You use a cutthroat.
That's why I'm just shaking my head at.
What?
Doing a la la with a cutthroat. I'd be going fucking la 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 while I was doing it.
I mean, she's one brave girl.
Wow. No. How?
Well, I just thought while we was talking about the lockdown and all that, obviously we opened back up properly on Monday. And across the road from where I work at Gainsborough, there's a Wetherspoons. It was packed by 9 o'clock and everyone was drinking beer on Monday.
Inside or outside, dear boy?
Outside.
Excellent.
But it was packed solid all day long. Next door to me is the barbers. They were packed all day long. They were queuing outside when I got to work.
Well, apparently, by all accounts, the barbers in Retford, there was ridiculous queues outside.
As you can see, I haven't had my hair cut yet.
As you can see, still don't need to.
I gave myself a DIY last night, I think it was.
No, I'll never go to a Weatherspoons again, I assure you.
I think our travel restrictions have to lift by tomorrow, I think it is. I don't know what else has changed up here yet. Because obviously we're like 2 weeks behind you guys. And by the time we get eased out of this next level, you guys will be back in it again.
Well, I was surprised because my cousin is currently up in Glasgow on work. And
Whoa. Did they pass border control?
Exactly. I had visions of him sneaking like a ninja over the border in the middle of the night. Some great graffiti up there, though.
Where?
In Glasgow.
Oh.
Like tenants' murals and things like that. It was absolutely brilliant.
Oh, yeah, on the side of the tenements. I was like, what?
No, they were just a bit out off left wing there. I want it just out there. Oh, got some cracking graffiti.
He's working up in Glasgow, but obviously there's bugger all to do at night, so he's just been walking around and taking pictures and stuff.
I know you can't even mug anybody because everybody's in the house.
Spot the Sassenach.
What are you doing out to get in?
Vaping Joker, good evening. Give a girl a... What?
What?
I don't roll up. Shave my head down to the bone once a week, whether I need it or not. I'm not a hippie. If I grew it, I'd look like Andy from Little Britain.
Well, I've shaved mine twice.
Yeah, one.
So, and this is the last rendition of it all. I'm even getting blooming kiss kills at back. It's terrible.
See, this is what I like about having a Phil Collins. Just give it a tickle with the old razor now and again.
Thing is, though, I look like Danny DeVito, though.
What?
I'm saying nothing.
When I shave my hair, I look like Danny DeVito.
Danny DeVito?
Yeah.
You're too skinny to look like Danny DeVito.
All right.
Yeah, I'd more look like fucking Danny DeVito.
When he worked at Penguin.
Oh. Pick on the fat kid, why don't you fuck off?
Would we do that to you?
Yes, because you're a pair of bastards.
I would never pick on you.
Ask me dad.
Hmm?
Danny 2 feet. And no, it's because you're 4'6".
Oh, I dream of being 4'6".
Don't worry, mate. We'll get the orange box out later.
I'm sat on that now. What are you on about? I'm sat on this chair and my legs are swinging.
See, Timmy's reached that age, the same age I have. Hair grows faster out your nose than it does his head. What does your body know that we don't? Why do you suddenly need all this hair coming out your ears and your nose?
I don't know.
Is there some age-specific trauma that's going to strike us?
Yeah, and your nose gets bigger because it doesn't stop growing and neither do your legs.
This is true. And another thing that doesn't stop growing is your hands.
Really?
Really? Yeah, they still grow.
So why can't...
Oh, I know why that is, because when you're a guy, because your nutsack fucking tends to hit gravity, doesn't it? And your nutsack seems to...
Yeah. Yeah.
What, so you need bigger hands to deal with that?
Yeah, because
What's up with the hammock?
just wait till you get into a car like a people carrier, something you're actually sitting there right up.
Oh, yeah. I've done that. Oh.
That's fucking sore.
Later, Essence.
Essence.
Yeah, Danny DeVito, your ass is grass and I'm a lawnmower. Do you love the Nile? Am I right in saying that? Yeah.
Newton's cradle for the win. That's very true, Dawn. The longest hair on your body is the hair on your bum, because when you pull it out, your eyes water.
What kind of hairy bums have you got? Adam Stone, fist bump.
Dear God. The dad jokes are coming thick and fast this evening.
No, I'm getting worried about you.
What?
I mean, I have visions. He pulls it and his arms go like that.
FAB, Mr. Tracy.
Wow. Oh, God almighty. Don't, because there'll be wives all over the country tying random hairs to their husband and a piece of stick. Like a little marionette, seeing if they can get a pleasant effect.
Stalford, fist bump.
Yeah, like you missed a bit on that ceiling.
Yeah, that's the one. Oh, man. So, given that we've finally been able to enter shops and things, apart from Stevie, which is coming.
I can enter a shop, but it's called breaking and entering.
Stevie,
What?
law-abiding citizen you are, like you wouldn't
Yeah, just keep
do
getting my
that.
fat ass cut in the fucking the conditioning bench shit thing.
The way your look's going at the minute, yeah, bro.
Oh, I know.
So, I mean,
You never left any fingerprints. We just followed the trail of blood back to your front door.
Congratulations, Stevie. 3 years today was the last cigarette I had and started vaping.
Awesome.
Well done.
I do love vape-versaries.
Yeah, I do. I think they're ace. Well,
Bet you're skint,
done.
though.
Sorry?
I bet he's skint.
I don't know. I was working it out the other day what I've actually saved since I started vaping. And even with shiny-itis running rampant for a couple of years, I've still saved a couple of grand over what I would have.
Yeah, bet you have.
Yeah,
It's
especially
inevitable.
since Mr. Crew took me under his wing, showed me the ways of the tight ass when it comes to coiling, etc.
This is the way.
This is the way. Because I know the way.
Listen, we need him. I know the way.
He knows the way.
Okay, well, I know, so I still think you get just a better vape making your own than stock coil.
To be honest, you do. And I'm a tinkerer, I must admit. So
I know you're a right little tinkerer, you.
I have to
You're a tinkerer. Wee.
It always bugs me about stock coils. I mean, this thing on the tank that comes with the Drag 3, that's not a tank. That's a pod kit.
It's exactly the same like the Lost Vape one. The UD Pro tank. It's half a tank, but it's. I just find that bung thing. I don't like filling my juice up with a bung.
No,
I hate it.
I'd rather have had a proper tank and a slidey top cap. Now, I mean, fair enough. It's got a trick up its sleeve because I can put a proper PMP pod in. You know, one from the X, which means I can use the Watofo smart coils in it, which is great because then I've got a better coil and it's cheaper. I mean, to be honest, these new TPP cars, the flavour's awesome.
Yeah,
But-
our Aiden says not the PMP, the other ones.
Yeah, the TPP.
Yeah, he says they're better than the PMPs.
I'd go with that. It's a lovely, smooth vape, great flavour, but I want a tank. I don't want a sodding pod. I've just bought a double battery mod.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
I don't like. I can't understand why they can't just make a normal tank with the PMP coils or the TTP coils.
Mm.
Just make it just a normal tank, or even because do you know what I don't like about them at all is how they go in and then come bulge out and then go back in.
Mm.
It just looks like a pea in a drum.
Well, there's overhang. You know what I mean? If I was buying a standard RTA for this, one, it seems a damn sight thinner than the old drag. So I think you'd struggle to get anything over a 25 on it.
Mm. Well, it was same like the Argus, because that's basically what that is. It's the Argus, and it's so like that only looks like it'll fit what a 24 at max.
Mm. It's crazy. I'm trying to see if I've got anything sort of kicking about that I can test it with. Hold on.
I'm still trying to get my Drag Max to work again. It's gave up the ghost.
I'm going backwards, I'm going back onto my Max.
Yeah, well, that's what I planned on doing tonight before we went live, was get a mech out, but
I've literally just got in the Arbiter Solo. I'm testing that out. I've literally just wicked that up, so I'm testing that one out at the moment.
What's the drop? A 24?
24.
Yeah. That's with a drop on top.
Yeah. So, at least you're going to get a drop on.
Well, that's summer.
Mm.
To be honest, it doesn't look bad with the drop on, but I just can't. It's got a proper 510. Yeah.
Hi, Dino.
It just seems to be an elongated X.
Mm. The PMP coils are, great little coils. And obviously, I haven't tried the TTP ones.
they bloody leak though.
I've never had a problem with leaking.
Oh.
Maybe put your finger in the hole.
Dino wants to whisper in your ear, Mark.
Dino, what's he say? Solo, need to message you the Arbiter Solo. Okay.
As soon as my mouth's fully healed, the mech's coming back out. I'm so sick of these Stone Cold malarkey. Good man, Timmy. Mine, Timmy's got some lovely mechs.
Literally, Dean, I only got it literally today. I've just wicked it up, just coiled it and wicked it up about 10 minutes before we went live. Just thought I'd let you know.
And Dino's appeared. I forgot. Don't know if you saw his announcement. The show has moved.
It has moved to a better position.
Indeed, it's now on a Monday, and you can enjoy all that CBW goodness after the watershed. Nice.
You certainly can. Is it 9 o'clock he's on?
Indeed.
Fist bump, Mike.
Evening, mate.
Mike. What we got? We got Bill. Sorry, I'm just checking to see if I missed anything in the chat. Yeah, we are. Mr. A confirms it. 24 mil is right on the limit of the Drag 3. It is. It's very thin. Very thin.
Yeah, well, the Argus was exactly the same.
I don't know. I like a chunkier mod, to be honest.
What?
I like something that fills the hand.
What, like that chunky?
Well, you're going to have to let me hold your Titan. The Stormbreaker looks a nice chunky.
It is. That is a handful.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
what's the name of the doodah with the
The dude with the hoodie flips it. What's it?
With the thingamajig.
The Steam Crave model that had the drip pack on the back.
Hadron.
The Hadron.
I dropped the hard on. Yes, how could I forget that? That was perfect. That for me is such a comfortable mod.
I still even get it. I've got one sitting in a box here. I've still not got out of the box yet, in a backpack or the squonk pack sitting in a drawer behind me.
I'm not a fan of the squonk, but the actual mod itself is cracking.
I'm not bothered about the squonk bit. The squonk bit, I've only got small hands, as everybody knows, and it is just too much for me to hold. But the actual mod on its own, yeah, not too bad. It's a nice little mod.
Dan seems to think the Dugpo Odin, one I've not tried.
The Odin's a nice mod.
It is a nice mod.
Really
I'll
nice
have to have
mod.
a shufty. Because what was the name of the... Oh, it was a stupid name as well. The same guys that make the Wasp Nano. We picked them up at Expo. They were on offer. Do you remember them? Little plastic fantastic mod. We picked them up for about £5.
Oh, those with the Osmodis. Not Osmodis. Them who make the Wasp Nano.
Yeah.
Umie. That's it.
They were a cracking little mod, that.
Yeah,
I mean, mine died. But...
Turned out. Still got mine.
No, mine died of death. But...
Was that the Blade mode? That? No, was it?
I can't remember what mod it
It
was
was a
called.
really stupid name. It was like a string of letters and then a couple of numbers. It was...
I had a lovely screen on it, even though it was, you just your normal black and white. Flat cap, fist bump. Hope you're all right, buddy.
Evening, guys. I am the...
I think the only one that I had for me was the rudder. That wasn't a bad little mod.
Well, I wasn't expecting much out of it, to be fair, because, I mean, you pick it up for £5, you think, well, what's going off here?
It was a lovely little mod. I've still got it in there. It was designed for the Wasp Nano.
By God, little workhorse that was. That was my daily banger for about 9 months until it died. Have you seen Mike's comment, Mr. Porter?
What?
Have you gone all William Wallace with the blue face paint?
William Wallace never wore an Olaf plaster, Mike. Because I've got snowballs on my face.
Yeah, but if he did, he'd look cool, wouldn't he?
Oh, it's Gaz's birthday, wasn't it?
Was it Gaz's birthday?
Indeed.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Gaz. And if you go over to Mrs. Flatcap's site, I think you will find there is a discount code in honour of said husband's birthday.
Dean, I think you're right. VT1.
That was the one. It was a cracker.
Yeah, it had a little dial. Instead of buttons, it had a little dial at the top. You increased or decreased your wattage. Nice little mod, that.
It was a bit of a bugger with the dial, mainly because of my sausage fingers, but...
Not wrong with my little petite girly hands.
I'm worried Gaz is excited about pressure washers.
Ooh.
What sort of deviancy is Mr. Blackcap up to?
Yeah, and that's a good point there, Dean. I'm surprised you struggled with your nipple.
It's been a while. You know how it is. No,
Yeah.
it's...
What happened to good mods?
This is...
Dual battery 18650 mods have really backed off, haven't they? It seems to be just single battery mods.
Dual battery mod that can take a 30mm. What happened to them? Because there was a plethora of them at one point.
Daryl, little bro's my brother, and I ain't seen the blade. I'll have to pop down. Well, I'm popping down because it's my niece's birthday next week, so we're popping down. We're having in the garden and all that. Like we're having a little party on Saturday, so I'll have a look at the blade mod.
Oh, God.
God, the VT1
Well, yeah, that's true, Dean. Smock happened, yeah. Oh, I hate Smock. Do you know something? I know it sounds daft. Since I've started working at a vape shop, I hate smock even more.
Why?
Because nothing is compatible. It's... Oh, it's just so annoying. And then it's all like, no tank has its name on it or anything like that. So you having, and they all look the same. You're having to guess what it is. And then when you want to sell like a replacement glass, even on the boxes of the replacement glass, they don't give the right name to it. No. I hate smoke. I hate them with a passion.
Ooh.
What?
Timmy received an email from Fine Mods over the weekend. We'll be making mine soon.
Ooh.
Super excited. Not had any serious shinies for well over 6 months. Enjoy your shiny, Timmy.
Yeah, I ain't had shiny items for ages. No, it's been really picking me.
To be honest, this is the only thing that's made me sort of go, ooh.
Yeah, that. You just.
It is a lovely tactile mod.
Mm.
It's gorgeous, but
That was my fine mod.
ooh,
Oh, that's nice.
ooh, that is nice. Is that walnut?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That was a one-off. Somebody asked him if he could put brass finishes in it, and when they put the brass finish into it, the lad who was buying it said, "No, I'm not sure now." So he offered it to me for a slightly reduced price, shall we say? So
Oh,
yeah,
bless you.
I love that little mod. It's only 18650, but it's a great little mod. Actually, hell.
Oh, brilliant. Hey, up me duck. It's Kennedy's arrived.
Awesome.
Remember he said he just ordered them? Oh, fantastic stuff.
Suicide mod, suicide mech. Okay. Hits. I like that. I like that. That's a serious word. It hits.
Like a train.
Like a drunken hillbilly.
Like a drunken stepfather.
Bless you, Dawn. Dawn's loving her age of sex. It is nice to hold. That's another tactile mod.
Oh, Simon, as soon as that lands, I'll be getting my hands on one.
But a clutch jewel.
Yeah, Clutch Jewel. Can't wait. Because this has been my daily banger for God knows how long.
Interesting question from Norse. At Mark, I was thinking the other day if I wanted to buy a mech for display, possibly to make a build with, but what's the word semi-regulated? What would you recommend?
Semi-regulated, I'd go for the Soul Catcher.
Nice little.
It's nice and little. It's got regulation to it, but it looks like a mech and acts like a mech. I would definitely go for one of them. The UL Soul Catcher. Is it Soul Catcher? It isn't it?
Yeah.
And the best thing about the Soul Catcher is you can have a 21700 or an 18650 without having to mess about with the extension tubes. Literally, you take the tubes top and bottom off. So you've got the 510 and you've got the switch. You take them off, swap them round, and one way will be 21700. The other way, you swap them round, it'll be 18650. That's it, Soul Keeper.
You were Soul Catcher, remember?
Yeah, I was Soul Catcher.
Forgot.
So yeah, I would definitely get hold of one of them. And honestly, they are cracking. The switch on it is gorgeous. It's very MyTech-y. If you've ever tried a MyTech switch, it's got that lovely click to it. So yeah, definitely get a Soul Keeper.
No, not a bad price here in the UK. I don't know, about 35 quid in the UK.
Yeah, they're not expensive, but you've got a mech, you've got the feel of a mech, but it's... give me 1 second.
I would definitely run it on a 21700 though. I found it a bit lacking.
It's one of these. I used it. Oh, that's a bit tight.
Oh,
So
yeah.
literally, you got your 510 there. And you got your switch there. And I've just dropped it. So one way, You put your battery in and it'll be 21,700. The other way it'll be 18,650. Let's swap it around. I ain't used it for ages, so I'm going to have to play.
Right, I've just had a click on Vawu. They're doing it at discount price of $21.91. I don't know if anybody's ever used them. But $21.91 is not a bad price.
And the beauty about them as well, because obviously what we've been a proper 510 on there, you can put a tank on it.
Well, he's just saying it's hitting his now with a profile RDTA.
I like the brass one. I must admit, I like the brass one.
The brass one was gorgeous because that one's luminescent, isn't it?
See, I like the black.
Yeah, I prefer the black.
And that's just my inner goth.
Oh, yeah. Not wrong with being an inner goth.
Once you have black, you never go back, as they say.
Oh, I say. So, I hope that's answered the question, Norse. It is a cracking, for the money that you pay for it, it's a cracking little mod.
And it looks and acts like a mech. Just got to get it in the right way.
I mean, to be honest, if you were wanting to get into tubes, it's a cracking little device for just getting used to it, isn't it?
It's perfect for it.
And they do look bloody good in a display case as well.
Cerebral palsy vapor help. Peeps had a case of shinitis last week. Bought the Hammer of God DNA 250C 400 watts with the Stream Crave Titan V2 400 bloody watts. Holy shit!
Look at that. Love it.
Angry coils. Angry.
Oh, yeah. That's a single coil and all that.
To be fair, Norse, for a first mech, it's a good choice because you've still got all the... It's very forgiving.
Yeah.
Got all the safety of a regulated. You've got the hit and the actual vaping style of a mech.
That's what it looks like with a tank on it. I'll just take it off. And I will put on a RDA. Have I got one that's already pre-installed? Yes, I have.
The rabbit looks nice on me.
That's the rabbit. There you go.
Nice little stealth setup.
So you'd swear blind that you're vaping a normal mag. You wouldn't know. The only thing that you'd notice that it want is that there's a little light. The building that one is a 0.11. So I'm going to carry on vaping this tonight.
Hey lad.
Look at us, we actually sound like a vape show.
I wish you well had brought this out at the height of when mechs had their second rendition.
Yeah.
That's when they would have made a killing then. Because I always think of Gale. Always think of, whenever you look at mechs and things like that, I always think of Gale. Me and Gale were sat at one expo, and we were sat at the premiere, and we were talking about mechs. And she turned around and said she likes the look of mechs, she likes the feel of the mechs, but she doesn't trust them. Or should I say, she doesn't trust herself with the mech, but she does like the actual form factor. Now, one of these would have been perfect, because you've got the form factor of a mech, but you've also got the safety.
Just bang in the battery and away you go.
Yeah, but I mean, most mods like this are a finger firer, whereas this is a bottom firer like a mech.
No, fair point, Danley. But
I mean, yeah, it's never going to hit like a fully blown mech. I mean, the simple reason you've got voltage drop and everything. But if you're interested in getting into mechs, this is the perfect starting point. Because you can play with this, have the safety in it, but you can learn how to build properly.
Yeah.
Then once you've learned how to build properly, then venture into buying a mech.
Because you're better off starting with that and just paying a small price than buying a cheap mech and getting a disappointing experience.
And paying the ultimate bloody price if it goes tits up.
Yeah.
Because let's face it, a mech, you're the safety at the end of the day.
Yeah.
So you got to watch what you're doing.
Technically, you're holding a pipe bomb.
So
007 coils still make me bloody nervous. You know, when you see people talking.
I get handed about half a dozen of those at the last expo, and no, I put them in the bin.
Bond coils are all right as long as you're feeling a bit confident and you know what you're doing. But I won't touch them if you were just starting out.
So yeah, like Dan's just said, it's a perfect stepping stone to getting into proper mechs.
It is. Oh, and don't get me wrong, you can get some cracking cheap mechs. The ice spiders.
Yeah.
You used to get from Knucklehead. Cracking. The Moose. That was a lovely mech.
I mean, all you have to do is look at a Dreamer. Go for a Dreamer V2. You could go for that, or the Keen. What's his latest one?
Heavy hitter.
The Heavy Hitter. All cheap, cracking mods.
Have you tried that yet? Because I haven't.
Well, the Heavy Hitter. No, it's the only one I haven't tried.
Yeah, I've got one downstairs.
Nice vape. Good vape.
Not tried it yet. It's still in the bloody box.
Oh, God.
It's like, I think it was somebody. I think it was Ben put in earlier on. I've not tried a mech in months, to be honest. I think I'm becoming a lazy vapor at the moment. Do you know what I mean? Just pick up a P&P, stick a coil in it, stick a bloody plastic tank on, and away you go.
Well, my good lady, bless her, we were chatting about this on Monday yesterday. And she just turned around, she says, you'll have to come to her local vape shop. It's always her vape shop. But I did have a quick peek when we did a click and collect, and it looks bloody good, actually. So I'm looking forward to perusing, because apparently they've got a nice range of RTAs, RDAs, DTAs, etc. So I might hopefully find a...
Chris, I'm going to pronounce his name wrong. The reason why the Hog has got 4 18650 batteries is because at the time when the original Hog came out, that's all you could get hold of. If you want a Hog, you can get a Hog that has a 21700. I've reviewed it. I borrowed Simon's, and Simon, he's got the 21700 version. So you can buy both.
There's a Dreamer stack mode.
Oh, blimey. Oh, that's nice.
That's nice. That is nice.
And Norse has just said, yeah, I get the pipe bombs sat on a landmine when I was in the army. I've always been looking at a mech of the likes of Suicide Mods, etc. Norse, I would seriously try the Soul Keeper first.
One for Mark H.
I mean, even the what do you call them? Even the Ceres vape mods.
Yeah.
They're cheap mods, and they're great hitting mods as well. I mean, I've got the little Viking there, the little copper Viking, and it's a fantastic little mod.
Yeah.
Great little switch on it as well. Also, the one that looks like Dick. Was it the Calvary V1 that they brought out?
Oh, I've got 1 and 2 that looks like a penis.
Yes, I never got 2. I got 1. Hold on.
Have I still got it looking? Yes, I have.
I mean, all I'd say, Norse, is
Where is it?
Suicide Mods is definitely an investment.
Do you mean the penis?
Yes. Yes.
I do love my penis.
Yes, snap.
Penis!
It does look like a lady toy, doesn't it?
But you know what? It came as a kit. It hits quite well, and it's actually good flavour out of the RDA, but it looks like a sex toy, and there's some bloody weight to it as well.
I mean, all I was saying to Norse was the likes of Suicide Mod, etc. They are an investment. So if you don't know whether mech vaping is for you, don't, for God's sakes, don't go out and spend a couple of £100 and then suddenly decide it's not for you.
What do you mean you can't buy the 400 watt version in 21700? I'm curious.
Let's have a look.
The DNA.
Yeah.
Oh, he's on about the hog DNA ones.
Yeah.
We're on about mechs, the real hogs. Yeah, you want four. Who vapes at 400 watts? Come on.
What's his name?
Yeah.
Oh, what's fucking Santos? What's his name?
It is pretty.
Huh?
It is pretty, but yeah, the 400 watt is only 18650.
Batman. Yeah, Batman. Santos vapes at 400 watts.
400 watts. Jeez.
Yeah, God. Must have lungs of steel.
Yeah.
Mind saying that, I was on the battle axe and I built the coil a little bit low, and by God, that got toasty. When you feel the nasal hairs crisping as you're taking your first breath in.
I think to be honest, I mean the highest wattage I've ever vaped at is about 250 watts, and
Yeah.
no, that was only far too hot far too hot for me.
It always kills me when Vic does the 200 watt tests. And he looks like he's just been violated.
I was sorry. I was sitting next to him at Expo a couple of years ago now, obviously, when a guy offered them or handed them a stacked mech, and Vic went chalk white, and I let it go and hit it, Vic, hit it. He's like, "Shut up, Stevie." I says, "Go and hit it," and I'm videoing him at the same time. You want to see his fucking face when he took a hit of this mech? It was hilarious. It was absolutely hilarious. Yeah, so. The guy's like, he says it's putting out, I think he says about 260 watts or something like that with the build that was in it.
Yeah, I mean, me personally, I vape round about 70 to 80 watts. That's roughly
I like a warm vape.
Yeah, I don't like a cold vape.
I don't like a cold vape. Don't get me wrong, I can vape it, push comes to shove. It's still vaping at the end of the day, but you know, when you go to that volcano heat, no, forget it.
Nah. I mean, when you press the button and you...
Yeah.
No. Can't
that
see
was
the point.
me on the Vapor Giant stacked.
See, that's why I can't get on with mesh coils. Because they're too cold.
Vapor Giant stacked?
The big boy. I know you've got one, Stevie. That's the baby.
A single coil.
No, mine wasn't.
That's what a single coil is.
I didn't buy the single coil one.
Oh, did you buy the bigger tank?
No, I didn't buy the tank. I just run a RDA on top.
Oh no, fuck that.
No, I didn't.
Fusional.
Out. Mark talked me into the mech, but I couldn't afford the tank as well.
I think I bought that for 110 quid, the kit.
Yeah,
Ben accidentally put a 0.1 ohm build in a series mech. Surprised that didn't melt your coils.
Boris, I'll need to put a new build in the tank. It's actually leaking when I lifted it off there. Because it's only a single coil. I mean, when you look at the size of that thing, it's 32mm diameter.
Well, it's in effect a stacked Titan, isn't it?
With the 20... Not because the fucking deck is that size. It's tiny. It's only a single coil. Yeah, it's tiny. Hold on.
It's only a small deck.
I didn't realise it had an MTL-sized deck on it.
Basically, that's what it is, yeah. But you've got 22 26 650s, isn't it? So it lasts forever and a bloody day. I'll see if I can get this apart without spilling juice everywhere.
Bill,
I when I took this apart, I'm like, I think they've sold me the wrong frigging tank.
See, now, Noisy Cricket. I love Noisy Crickets.
I've got loads of them.
V1 and V2.
I've got loads of them. Honestly, I've got about 6 V1s. I just had this thing for Noisy Crickets.
Tell you what, though, you don't have to learn how to build appropriately, don't you?
You certainly do.
Well, Ben says it did, and it set the coil up, the cotton on fire as
Yeah, it
well.
would.
I think that the worst problem I had with heat was when I accidentally kissed the dragon on a rabbit. I forgot to put the top cap back on, went in for a soak.
Ooh.
I normally kiss a dragon before she goes to sleep at night. Oh, a minute, wrong dragon.
You're going to go straight to hell for that one.
Boy.
Sorry, dear.
Ouch.
Well, there's one thing. At least Jules doesn't have to dig a 6-foot hole.
Because she needs somewhere to park her bike.
Oh. Fucking no need for that.
Oh, it started. Ambulance for Betty. R.I.P. Stevie. Good luck, Stevie.
He's a brave soul, isn't he?
Right, you
Yes.
ready for the size of the deck in this thing?
What is that? About 19 mil?
What?
Internal deck, 19 mil?
If it is that?
If that. That's tiny.
But it's got fantastic flavour out of it. I can't fault it, do you know what I mean? But yeah, when I took it apart at Expo, because Vic was sitting next to me, he says, right, open the box up. So I'm opening the box up, and he went, you're taking a fucking piss. I went, and I handed them the tank, they opened it up, and went, it's only a single coiler. Germans.
Yeah, but when you think about it, a single coil's bang on because you can keep the ohms up high.
Yeah.
So you've got a stacked mod, but you can have the ohms. So you can use a single coil that you would probably use in a dual coil configuration that would be quite low ohms. But if you only have that one coil, it increases the ohms a hell of a lot.
See, boys, that's like a conversation piece.
Oh, it is. If anybody ever breaks into the house, I'm just twatting them with that.
I mean, that's a mod you sit in the coffee table next to your posh magazines. So when guests come in, they go, "Oh, what's that?"
Just be
fucking mech.
It's rather large.
Yes, you wouldn't want to put the glass RDA on top with the stainless steel cap, though, would you?
Fucking try it once.
From Jules's comment.
Adam, you did, and I've still got that black one. Big fist bump, kiddo.
Nice one from Adam. Instead of Atty stands, it's now Dilly Gaff bike stands.
Oh. Well, you know what's going to happen. If I don't appear next week, you know what's happening. Jules will just take the camera about there, and you'll just see these two white cheeks up in the fucking middle of the air.
And your BMX bike.
I think.
Oh, thanks, Mark. I've only got a wee bum.
Yeah.
I think your audio.
But I was going to actually say all you'll see is his chopper, but I thought I'd best not say that.
That means the hole's not deep enough.
There's just no need, honestly. Just fuck off the pair of you.
I think your audio must have broken up, mate, because Serious Dan asked posh magazines or porn magazines.
I don't need porn magazines.
You may do after
You may do later.
A pair of boxing gloves.
Good evening, Adam. How the devil are you, you handsome beast?
No shit.
Lucifer's in. Bless.
I know. So what happened to your big mod? I've not seen you use it for ages.
Oh, because my batteries are knackered.
Yeah, I mean, it's 26650s, isn't it?
Yeah, trying to get hold of them these days is fun and games.
I think
Still get
Fogstar.
them.
Fogstar sell them.
Fogstar.
I ain't seen them on Folkstar. I'll have to have a proper look. brings a whole new meaning to ball pit. Oh, Dawn, bless you.
Fuck off.
I've just got visions of one of these buried trampolines.
What?
What?
Have you not seen those buried trampolines where you dig the hole, put the trampoline in, and the kids just run along the grass and then bounce on the trampoline?
Yes, I've seen it.
I've just got visions of a buried space hopper and the kids.
So I'm a fucking space hopper now, am I?
All parts of you.
Oh, you cheeky bastard. With friends like them, who needs fucking enemies? You're a cheeky cunt.
I say.
He'd only look like a space offer in summer.
Yeah, but bright red one.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Well, space hoppers, they were orange, weren't they?
Fuck off.
You two are thinking too high. Evening, Vic.
Evening, Vic. Hope you're all right, buddy.
What do you mean it's thinking too high? Did you say bouncing too high?
No, I said thinking too high. I wasn't thinking about.
Yeah, I thought space hopper bouncing.
Yeah, I was thinking the Buster Gonad sort of.
I tell you one thing, Betty, he's got a right imagination, hasn't he?
Yeah, I know.
Stevie and the downward dog to support bikes. Hey, we do it. There's no need.
And Jasper needs his Uggles. So, Uggles for Jasper.
Jasper, bless him. I loved that pic the other day of him just surveying his domain.
Oh, that were ace, that one.
I'm a dog. And bless him. Stevie can build a stand for space hoppers. Dawn. Bless you. Yes, you'll be able to join the wee man, and he's got a guest tonight, hasn't he?
Ooh.
Yes. Tom Mag.
I've just seen what Jules is going to do to you. Oh.
Oh.
She won't, because she can't get her fucking foot up that high because she's a short ass.
We'll find out next week.
Yeah. Join me, SoulOhm, and Alec Jones.
We're walking in the air.
Dear Lord.
Oh, you're not kidding, dear Lord. What are you doing, Betty, anyway?
What? My tank's fairly bit.
Oh.
Another ambulance for Betty, please.
Yeah.
The fact the rest of the casters went quiet says it all, saying nothing.
No, I think I've said enough. What?
Stevie.
What?
You know I love you really.
Oh, I get what.
Ooh. I think Gail's joining in as well.
Timmy says the other Jasper jumped up to look then, currently killing his new toy ferret. I thought you'd be training him for rats, Tim. Jeez, I still can't get over that vid.
That rat was huge. It was
That
more
was
like a
gross.
blooming... I thought it were like a beaver or something when I first saw it.
It was when it looked mangy enough when it was face on. Then it turned round and you realised half its back was missing. Jesus.
Scary.
Hey.
Dear Lord.
We're now back together again.
Hey!
I've just dumped the juice all over my bloody self right enough, but hey.
Oh, Stevie. What was it?
Stinky.
Have you noticed? There's almost like a universal law. Any juice you leave in a tank that leaks on you later always just doesn't smell of anything you've ever vaped in your life.
Do you know something? I hate having e-liquid on my hands. Full stop. I just Ooh, cringes me.
Smells.
Oh, Bunny, there's no need for new rocks. No. 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 Not new rocks. No.
Oh no. I'm going to put a lock on the door.
Oh dear, Stevie, you've got all 3 bitches now.
I know. I'll end up with more chib marks next week. Well, you can buy the hospital on your way home here. Get that stitched.
Oh, bless you.
Oh, bless. Timmy's just put Waderick the Wat. He's very self-conscious about his back. Middle-aged baldness. Bunny, the worrying thing is I know Dawn will be agreeing with you 100%. There is always need for new rocks.
No.
Some people want Jimmy Choos. I know I could walk into Dawn's place with a box of new rocks and that would be it.
I don't want Jimmy Choos.
Do you want Jimmy Choos?
No.
They're nice with the red one.
That's the ones with the red soul on it?
See,
Do you know something? I am completely lost. Absolutely.
We'll wait for vape.
Jimmy Choos and rocks. What? I mean, rocks. What's rocks?
New rocks or boots. New rock boots. Look them up.
Wellies.
No.
Oh.
Frankenstein's monster used to wear a pair.
They've got
Right,
like a
new
sort of
rocks.
green soul on them. They're gorgeous.
Oh, do you mean Crocs?
No.
Yeah, Ben, I'm with you, Ben. I'll stick to my Crocs.
New rocks. Is it what? Is it like pair of Doc Martens?
No.
Well, what are they then?
They're like Doc Martens on steroids.
Oh, they're the one with the big heels. You know, like.
The big nut cruncher sole on them.
Okay, with all the buckles and all that lot.
Yeah.
Most pit boots.
Now I know what you're on about.
Oh, there we are. Bunny's just set us straight. It's Christian Labousse that have the red sole.
Yeah, your goth boots. Now I know what you're on about. If you said goth boots, I don't know what you meant. New rocks. So what are you, Chabby Chew or something?
Jimmy Choos.
Jabby Chews.
What the fuck's Chabby Chews?
They're a brand of shoe, a very expensive brand of shoe, Jimmy Choo.
What, like monkey boots?
No, proper stiletto sort of heels.
You wear stilettos?
Who the hell sells size 11 stilettos?
Well, you seem to know a lot about them. I'm only asking, you know.
No,
Yes, Steve, is there something you wish to tell us?
Yes, I'm pissed off I can't get Christian Labousse in size 11.
Christian LaHoo?
Sorry, Louboutin. Yes.
Dio, are you best off going to Steam Engine? It's steamengine.org, if I remember rightly.
Yep. If you go onto the SoulOhm website, it's in the links at the back.
Yep, it's in the links there. It's also, if you look on the SoulOhm YouTube channel, if you just look down at the bottom, I've got a link down there as well for it.
Gee, Bill's even saying you can get size 11 stilettos, Steve.
Thing is, though, Bill, how do you know that you can get size 11 stilettos?
Don't ask.
The problem is, size 11 stilettos, me in stilettos at my weight, I'd be punching holes through the chuffing concrete.
Right, by all accounts, it's Jimmy Choos.
Yeah, Jimmy's.
Were made famous by Sex in... I never watched Sex in the City.
Oh, you missed out. It was fabulous.
No, life is too short for that kind of crap.
That was one of my guilty pleasures.
Next, you'd be telling me you watched Friends as well.
I did.
Yeah, life's too short for that kind of stuff. I'm sorry.
Yeah, with you, Mark. Go away.
I've also been known to dabble in Grey's Anatomy, darlings.
Yeah, fucking bet you have. Somebody's anatomy.
That's a whole different story, mate.
I've never been into things like that kind of stuff. No.
Oh, it's chewing gum for the eyeballs.
What is?
That sort of stuff.
Is it?
Switch your brain off and absorb. I live in Whitby, says it all.
Well,
Bill.
yeah.
You know, something that's I think I said before, that's something that I've always wanted to do, is go to Goth Weekend at Whitby.
Ice Ace.
Mm.
Especially now with steampunk as well.
Mm. I'm intrigued, actually. How many blokes in chat actually watched Ally McBeal as well? No, MBK started this because he says Grays is brilliant, and it is.
The little dancing baby.
Yeah.
No.
Those toilets. What was that all about?
What?
I can only remember the baby. He remembers the frigging toilets. I tell you, I'm getting
Says it
worried about
all,
that.
really, doesn't it? Says it all. Stilettos, toilets.
I'm just a sweet transvestite.
I know, it'll be growing a goatee beard and listening to Wham.
See, Boris is a sucker for Bergerac.
I had to watch that when I was a kid because my mum and dad watched it.
Never watched an episode of it.
Bergerac, awesome.
Yeah, but he was in Jersey. How many blooming people got murdered in Jersey?
Everyone, and then they just shipped more over on the boat.
Mm.
Well, not half as many as Midsummer.
Midsummer.
Yeah,
I don't know, I've
Midsummer
not watched
Murder.
that either.
that's all in one little town. There's fucking
I bet you watched that Paradise thingy one.
Paradise
Murder in
PA.
Paradise.
Murder in Paradise or something.
Oh yeah, I love the theme tune for that.
Oh, God, you're so vanilla.
Oh, Ben, you can't beat MASH.
Oh, yeah, I mean, MASH is good, yeah.
Yeah. The
Yeah.
good old 4077.
You
It's
don't take
like
the
that.
Mickey out of Klinger, do you?
No,
Whoa. No.
or radar.
Our lass can get size 12 stilettos, but she's 6'9" without them on.
There you go.
You've tickled my missus anyway.
911 is a great show. Ain't that the one where it's the fire brigade? If I remember rightly, I saw the advert for it. He was in 9/11, he was one of the fire servicemen there, and he moves to another place to create a new fire brigade or something.
Now, Callista Flockhart, isn't that Harrison Ford's longtime partner?
Yeah.
Red Dwarf smile limit.
Serious Dan, fist bump.
Good man.
Well, we're actually talking about something. There's Dean Callista Flockhart's nearly 60. It was earlier on before we became live, as if we were dead before it. Fucking shit. The Toya Wilcox and Robert Sunday Lockdown or Sunday Lunch. She's 62 now, Toya. And if you haven't seen it, go and watch the videos.
Yeah, Enter Sandman. Don't do it with the kids around. Grumpy says, my 14-year-old boy is watching Baywatch reruns. Good lad.
Good lad.
Just keep supplying them with the Kleenex.
Right, it
Have you
is
sports
10 to
socks?
the hour, gentlefolk.
Indeed, we better floof him.
Let's floof the gentlemen's. After our show, you'll be able to go and watch Little Bro Vapes, Adam, and the wonderful Victor with their special guest. What's his special guest? Who is it?
Tom Mag.
Tom Mag, yes. It's been a long time since I've spoke to Tom. Lovely bloke. So yes, pop over and go and see my little brother.
What?
The hell was that about?
What? Ah.
No, don't mention True Blood in chat when Jules is in chat.
Why?
Because when they fucked up the end in the True Blood, she actually messaged the studio. She messaged the production team and everything. She gave them what for on emails, and she actually get barred from.
No.
I think it was a Facebook group.
Really?
She actually get barred for the Facebook group, yeah, because she went bananas.
Do you know something? I've got every episode except for the last season. Because I loved True Blood. I thought it was fantastic, and then...
Yeah, right up to the very end season, they just it didn't follow the books after that. I was always waiting on Elvis coming in, but they couldn't bring it in because I think it was I think Priscilla Presley had something to do with it that she didn't want.
That's the one where they went across to Vegas and Elvis in the book was in the garage, wasn't he?
Yeah, Bubba.
Yeah.
He was called Bubba, but he couldn't remember who he was, but it was Elvis.
Oh, see, you're awakening my inner geek. Anyway, Mr. Porter, are you going to start us off?
Yeah, what for what? Oh yeah, goodbye. Tune in next week where, well, hopefully I'll be here. If I'm not here,
He done it.
I'll be buried out in the garden somewhere with my arse sticking up there with a bike parked in it. But if I'm here, I may be here without plaster. Hopefully. So I'm not going to shave next week. Fuck it. I'm just going to go full Grizzly Adams bollocks to it. Yeah, thanks again. Thanks for joining us, guys. It's been a right giggle this week. And all I can say is, Mark, Steve, without you, I wouldn't have been called a fucking space hopper. And various other things, you pair of bastards. So yeah, tune in next week for another pick on the fat kid, why don't you episode. Bye.
Not true. We love you, Mr. Porter.
Yeah, just to take the piss.
That's all. So remember, folks, the catchphrase for next week is she. If anybody lives in the Glasgow area and you happen to spot a gorgeous lady and Gailey and Jules' mama standing suspiciously in a group in a public park.
Yeah, carrying chainsaws, hatchets.
If anybody wants to send me a pair of size 11 jimmies, feel free. And chat, thank you so much for joining us tonight. It's been a little more eclectic than usual, but by God, it's been fun.
It's been ace.
It's been awesome. Mark, on your way.
I see you.
That's not bad, man.
Stevie, BFG, thank you so much for a lovely, chilled out Thursday evening. Get you all guys ready for watching the main show at 9 o'clock. So, guys in chat, thank you so much. Spanners, as always, thank you so much for looking after chat, as you always do. It's been a cool one, hasn't it? I've right enjoyed it. It's gone quick. I've got to admit, it really has gone quick.
It's been nice. It's been a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
Thank you for the questions, Norse, as well.
Yeah, keep them questions coming in. It's always good to have questions, especially if you want to talk about mechs. I'll talk about mechs all day long.
Yeah, and no tips on how to dismember bodies and shit.
Just make sure.
Pigs, isn't it? It's pigs. If Jules starts buying a load of pigs, I'd start worrying.
Especially with a big hammer to knock my teeth out because they can't digest teeth.
Yeah, that's it. You've already started doing it yourself with your razor.
Semi-shaved. Go through bone and flesh like batter.
It's going to be fun taking that plaster off.
Yeah, can't even find a fucking end yet, does it?
That's what she said. That's going to make your eyes water.
Oh, that's a scar, that. Oh, that's permanent, that.
Yeah, that was rather nippy.
Yeah, when kids look, oh, look, mister, you got a scar. You can say, yeah, it's when I were in Vietnam.
More likely.
Right, on that note, guys, give everybody a wave. Bye!
Bye!
Outro!
Somebody stolen Sooty. Well, at least I think your testicles the size of a space opera.
Yeah, just the one.
Oh.
I'm with